Guess what?
What's that?
Today's our favorite day.
What day is that?
Cleaning day. Unfortunately, in an RV, you clean a lot. Most of the time, you're just wiping down surfaces because things like counters and tables get used for multiple things throughout the day, not just for eating or preparing food. We do activities and things like that on the counters. So everything gets dirty really quick, and about once every week or so we do a deep clean and try to get everything nice and sparkly.
Anyway, real quick, I want y'all to know how big of a step this is with what y'all about to see, because she's letting me film parts of this camper that are dirty right now to show you some things.
This is true. So for the past, I'd say 2 or 3 days, I haven't really been wiping everything down like I normally do, because I'm telling you, you think you would clean less in an RV, but because the space is so small and you use things over and over again throughout the day, you actually end up cleaning more, especially wiping surfaces down with 2 kind of messy girls. They like to have sticky fingers and touch everything. So I haven't been wiping everything down because I want to show you something that we have, and it's a new product for us. We're gonna see how it works out, but I've let things kind of slip, like the top of the trash can, because our children don't like to use the little step pedal because it throws the lid up, so they just use their sticky fingers to throw things in. We also have this lovely,
you can see it, it's
TV
horrible,
where they stand in their chair and they think everything is a touch tablet to show us what show they want next. They touch it with their sticky fingers. And then we've got
the window, which is the same thing.
Yep, window smudges everywhere. Oh, and our new favorite is Ashlyn can reach the thing, which is really convenient because she can get her own drinks out now, but she likes to leave little messes. So it's not just her though, because when I wash dishes, water sparkles or water splashes everywhere. So we're gonna do some cleaning today.
Again, I want y'all to know, I have not been allowed to film inside this camper unless she cleans it first,
yes,
which makes filming difficult on my end.
It takes a while, so I have to have about 15 minutes notice so I can get everything looking like it's clean, and then we can film. But today we're letting you see the dirty side of RVing. So Steve and Susan Stewart of UltimateCloth reached out to us and let us know that they had the perfect product for us for RVing families. Because the space is so small, like I said, and things get dirty quickly, they developed what's called the UltimateCloth. So this one here is just a standard UltimateCloth. It can be used on things like windows, mirrors, pretty much any surface inside of your house. But they have this really cool one that's an antimicrobial for your kitchens, your bathrooms, things where surfaces really need. What we typically used was Lysol, or not Lysol,
409.
409, yeah, 409 to wipe surfaces down when we thought we were getting them clean. We'll talk about that more later. But these are actually great for things with germs. And then they even developed one that is for electronics, for your television screens, things like that. So we're gonna open them up, give them a try. The great thing about these is you don't have to spray anything. You don't have to have a bottle of anything here in the RV. Find storage for that. That becomes a problem in RVs because you don't always have a lot of storage. So all we have to do is get them wet, wring them out, and then wipe our surfaces down. So I'm super excited, and I will admit a little skeptical that I'm gonna be able to take these cloths and replace the majority of this. And this isn't even all of our cleaning stuff, because these can be used on cars, they can be used indoors, outdoors, it doesn't matter. But I just picked up the things that I use most often to show you what type of storage we're having to work with as far as storing our cleaning products.
And this has nothing to do with what I have outside for
exactly.
the outside the RV
right.
and the truck.
You have things for the grill, for the car, for the RV. They said these can be used hundreds and hundreds of times. So you can use them over and over, especially the antimicrobial. You don't have to wash it. Like when I use a dishcloth to wipe down the surfaces after we've cooked or whatever, I have to wash it because you don't want to reuse it with all the germs on it. These actually continue killing the germs for up to 24 hours. So you just wipe it down with water, it kills the germs inside of the cloth, and then once it's a little too dirty to use, throw it in the wash and you can reuse it the next day.
All right, so how many of these napkins do we go through in a week?
Okay, I should have brought, hold on. Here's our main cleaning, because as mom, when my hands are full or whatever, I typically grab a wipey and just wipe things down. If I don't have a wipey, I go for a paper towel. And I know that's not very green and things like that, fills up our trash.
That takes up a lot of space, and we always have 4 to 5 in the camper.
We have 4 or 5 that we have to store in a camper because we might go through 2 a week with wiping things down and everything. So,
and then for our cleaning, we got tired of using these all the time, so we started using some of my older microfiber cloths from outside.
Yeah, because they do a little bit better job. They don't soak up the liquid as quickly, or like a paper towel, you can use them longer. So I like those. But
the downside to using those is once we started using them with chemicals and cleaners, we would wash them and they didn't quite come clean.
Right, and you can't use them outdoors again. You can't use them on a car again if you've used them in here with any of the cleaning products.
So basically we're still throwing these away after a couple uses.
And let's talk about this. I spoke about this earlier. This has been my trusted kitchen, and I will admit bathroom cleaner sometimes when I don't use these products, for many years. And after talking to Steve and Susan, she let me know that there's a little disclaimer on the back that if you actually want it to kill these bacterias and viruses, there's a little star there that you should go read on the back. You actually have to let it sit on the surface for 10 minutes. I don't have 10 minutes. I have little kids that are into things multiple times a day. I've never let this sit on a counter. So I feel like we've been buying this and we've been wasting money when we could have just been using water, because essentially it was the same thing. We haven't been killing anything. So read that disclaimer on the back. Let it sit for 10 minutes, and that's how it kills the bacteria and the germs. We don't have time for that. We're going to switch, hopefully, to this antimicrobial. All it needs is water, and then the rest is done inside of the cloth once it picks up the germs. So the first one we're gonna try out is the antimicrobial. You might wonder why we have some meat here. Kevin's about to put this on the grill, which we're excited about, but we put seasoning on it. We use this surface to prep our food. Our daughters love to help with the cooking, so things don't always stay in the pan. So typically when he's done, I'll wipe the surface down, but as you can see, like when we've prepped here, things get into the cracks, they get onto the side. So those things also need to be wiped down. So we're gonna try this one out. This is one of those things he said I never let y'all see because I'll typically clean it. And we're gonna try these antimicrobials. They do come in 2 different colors. So, or I think there may be multiple colors. You could have one for the bathroom, one for the kitchen, that way you know. And we're gonna get them wet and see how they work. So when you first take it out, it really feels like a thick paper towel, almost like your outdoor paper towels, the blue ones.
Yep.
So it says to thoroughly wash it out. I can't say that word. To rinse it out before the first use, and that it's best used flat. So don't like wrinkle it into a ball and try to use it. So I'm gonna get it wet and rinse it out, and then we're gonna try it on some of these surfaces and see how it works out. Okay. It's rinsed out. She did say once you wash it, don't use fabric softener and don't wash it with things that have lint, because the lint will pick up in the cloth and it won't work as well anymore. So just remember that whenever you go to wash it. So I'm just gonna wipe this inside down first. This is the part that always gets nice and dirty when we're cooking or playing with sand up here with their kinetic sand. Well, that was much easier than having to spray with Lysol, wipe down, make sure it's good. So now that it's on there, she said once part of it gets dirty, you can kind of wring it out. You can fold it, use it on other parts. So I think I'll just keep cleaning. Okay, you know what else I like about these?
What's that?
It says it's guaranteed not to streak or scratch any of your surfaces. It doesn't leave hard water spots. So it's virtually, you can use it on anything. And even though they sent us the ones for the what do you call it? Electronics. You can use the regular ones on the electronics as well. It's just the other ones are a little bit smaller since you don't really need to wipe down as much surfaces. So this can be used for all of the sink, the faucets, the back of the microwave, which is our mess. The kids can't reach this, so I can't blame them on that. And then we put little drying cloths here for our dishes after we wash them. And we always get water spots on everything because we take the wet dish from the sink and put it back here. So we get water spots here. So I'm gonna try it out on that and see how it cleans those out. As you can see, can you see the water spots?
Yeah.
So there's a ton. Plus a few fingerprints from everyone. But like if we lift this, there's water spots here. We're gonna let that dry and just see what happens. My first opinion is it's much quicker than your standard cleaning products because you don't have to take time to spray and then wipe things down, usually spray again. You just get to use the cloth, wipe everything down. I did all the major appliances in what, like 2 minutes?
Yep.
Maybe. I think it did an excellent job. She did mention that if you get streaks or you see lint, it's because you have too much water. So just come back, wring it out a little bit more. But even here, when I usually clean this, there's water spots on this. So I just use this, water spots are gone. I think I'm already sold. After wiping down all the major appliances, this thing barely looks used. I mean, you can see there's a few little smudge marks. I used the back a little bit. If I was using one of your microfiber cloths or a dish towel or even paper towels, I would have used so much by now because it gets so wet from all the spray and wiping down and respraying and all that. So this still has plenty of life. If you want to keep using it, you just let it air dry and we'll be able to use it over and over. And like I said, it's going to keep killing the germs in here for 24 hours. So
also, whenever you use my microfibers, once they get a grease on them, they typically just smear that grease all over the house.
Oh yeah, and they leave a lint behind. So if I use it like on the microwave or the fridge, I usually have to come back and wipe it down once it's completely dry because there's going to be lint and grease marks and things like that on it. So I'm impressed. This did great. I forgot, we didn't do the top of the trash can, which I will tell you, I wipe down 3, 4, 5 times a day because it gets nasty. They throw a lot of things away. So I'm gonna take this antimicrobial one and just see what it does. This one usually takes a lot of scrubbing to get sticky food and things like that off. So don't mind the dents. Those are travel.
Those are character marks from move day.
From traveling. We did that on our second move and I have not been able to find a trash can that I like that fits this space.
It's okay, you'll be happy to know I haven't put the major dent on the camera yet.
So we won't show that one.
I'm showing its good side.
Okay, so I finished the trash can and then I start noticing like breakfast on the ground and the table needs wiped down. This could be very addicting. And she did warn me that once you start, you might wipe down everything in your RV because it's so easy. So I just finished wiping down the top of the table here where the kids play and eat. And I just wanted to see, typically I'd have to get out one of those Swiffer wet mops. Well, that might have been from dinner. That's a little stuck on, but oh my gosh, it comes up so easy. And to not have to use any product. Like I said, the girls, they really are into helping us with everything these days as far as washing dishes, cooking, cleaning. So I feel much better about giving them this with just water on it than having them using chemicals and putting their hands in it than touching their face. So
oh, you mean we shouldn't give them bleach and 409 let them run free through the camper?
Probably not, but I think I'm going to be here a while just cleaning everything. So let's go back. We're going to do this TV now because it is god awful after 2 days of not touching it.
It's funny. They think that it's a touch screen.
They do. This is where they always push the next button or the skip ad button on those lovely YouTube channels. So this one gets touched especially a lot, and then they pick what they want to watch. So we're gonna see how the electronic one works. Okay, so like I mentioned, these UltimateCloths are a little bit smaller because they're typically for your electronics or sunglasses, computer monitors, anything with a screen. So we're just gonna test it out and see how it works on all these sticky fingerprints. So far, I'm liking it. Okay, so this one's a little embarrassing.
That was our TV?
Look how much dust it picked up. Well, I did do the TV and I did the front of the fireplace here since it's glass, but
look at the reflection. I can see you like you're in a mirror right now.
I know, it did so great, and to not have to spray product on it, again, I'm amazed. This is great. You can also use these like on camera lenses, computer monitors, things like that. So pretty much anything with a glass surface, your sunglasses, anything like that, it's safe because it doesn't scratch, it doesn't leave the water spots, and it won't leave smudges. There was one part right up here where we kind of had streaks after it had dried, but I think it was because it had gotten so dirty, so I just went, rinsed it, squeezed it out, and then came back and did that little corner, and then all the streaks were gone. So this one is just the standard UltimateCloth. This one can be used for all of your general cleaning. You can use it on wood surfaces, even the veneer that's kind of the fake wood that you find in a lot of the RVs. It's safe on that. You can use it on countertops. Pretty much any surface would be good for that. So I am going to use this one on pretty much our cabinetry down below because that always gets fingerprints and dust and things on it, and then our bar stools especially get dirty. So I'm going to see how it works on that. Okay, so we just got done using the UltimateCloths. Overall, I'm super impressed. We have used the Antimicrobial, which comes with a 2-year warranty, the electronic UltimateCloth, and the standard UltimateCloth. Those both come with a 5-year warranty. What I didn't mention was that if you want to get them back looking nice and clean instead of a little dingy, you can use bleach in the wash. You can also hand wash these and just let them air dry. No need to put them in the dryer and no need for fabric softener.
All right, so if I want to get one of these, how would I go about doing it?
Okay, UltimateCloth has offered all of our viewers a 15% discount on all of their product. So they have single cloths you can buy. They have multiple bundle packages where you get an additional discount and savings. But all you're going to do is click on the link below, or you can go to their website, which is ultimatecloth.com, and type in Paving New Paths in the discount code, and that's going to save you 15% on all of their products.